This is Akashvani. In the program Spotlight, now we bring you a discussion on inauguration of iconic development projects in Telangana and Rajasthan. The participants are Vinay Kumar, political analyst, and Omvesh Upadhyay, anchor.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Telangana and Rajasthan today to lay the foundation stone for several development projects worth more than 30,000 crore. This visit is a part of a broader tour of 4 states including Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, where he was yesterday, and Telangana and Rajasthan. PM's visit aims to strengthen infrastructure development and promote socio-economic growth in the respective regions. Excluding Uttar Pradesh, all these states will see polls later this year. And today, to discuss on this in detail, we are joined by political analyst Mr. Vinay Kumar. Sir, to begin the discussion, I would like to know from you that how significant Prime Minister's visit to these states, when we see that Prime Minister is inaugurating these development projects, Indian states, how significant it is?
Yeah, Omvesh, as you said, Prime Minister visited these 4 states, including UP. Except UP, these states, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Telangana, will go to assembly polls later this year. This is the political aspect of the visit. But Prime Minister Modi also laid great stress on his government's top priority over the past 9 years to boost and put in place world-class infrastructure in India, whether it is roads, expressways, railways infrastructure or aviation infrastructure, because this is very crucial and this is key to the economic growth of the country. And if you ask about the importance of infrastructure development, this not only widens the size of the market, but it also means that you are able to transport your goods, your labor, your manufactured products in a fast and effective manner across the states, across the country. And if you look at export-import, it helps in that also. And another thing, Omvesh, is that according to an estimate by Reserve Bank of India, for every rupee which is spent on improving infrastructure, putting in place world-class infrastructure, 2.5 to 3.5 rupee gain is made correspondingly in GDP. I think this is the crucial part. But otherwise, speaking about Prime Minister's visit to Telangana and Rajasthan, where he dedicated to nation and laid foundation stone of development projects worth rupees 24,300 crore and 6,100 crore, it makes it more than 30,000 crore put together, Telangana and Rajasthan. And in Raipur, Chhattisgarh, 7,500 crore rupees projects were either inaugurated or dedicated to the nation by Prime Minister yesterday. And in UP, as you said, in UP also it was about to the tune of 11,000 to 12,000 crores. When he visited Gorakhpur, he also gave green signal to Vande Bharat train, another edition of Vande Bharat train from Lucknow to Gorakhpur. That was yesterday. But this is true that for our country, for India to grow at an impressive growth rate, world-class infrastructure is very crucial and very important. And that is what Prime Minister said, that his government has been laying emphasis over the past 9 years. And this is also, as Prime Minister said in his public meeting in Telangana, that it is very important to have infrastructure development and enhanced connectivity, as it directly contributes to achieving Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-reliant India, which has gained pace over the past 9 years due to BJP government's policies put in place. And Prime Minister also assured that his government is committed to development of all states, and especially, backward regions, where it will be of great help in improving connectivity and improving industrial production, also boosting the prospects of special economic zones, which are powerhouses, or the small houses from where the economic growth gets a boost in the country.
Absolutely. And under Prime Minister Modi, India is not only experiencing development but also social growth. And a good example of this can be the number of projects he initiated in UP in this visit, when PM also distributed loans of PM Swanidhi, keys of PMAY rural houses and Ayushman card to beneficiaries in Uttar Pradesh. So, sir, I want to understand from you that when we see PM participating personally in these initiatives of social growth, what significance does this hold?
It is not only the Prime Minister's unique way of connecting with the people, but it has been Prime Minister's argument that, the central schemes for which the central government gives finances to the states and their implementation in right earnest without any scam them is what is needed. And if you see yesterday in Gorakhpur also, when he visited the centenary celebrations of Gita Press, he made a surprise visit to Minister of State Pankaj Chaudhary's house, walking through a narrow lane. And he remarked also that, that this reminds me of my Lok Sabha constituency of Varanasi. So Prime Minister has his unique style of connecting with the people as far as his social contact is concerned. But whenever it comes to handing over, keys of Prime Minister Awas Yojana, whether it is soil card, whether it is soil health card or health benefits under Ayushman Bharat, so these are very crucial when, head of the government is himself giving such a push. It carries a very big message with the people of the country. So that is very crucial that when Prime Minister himself is laying stress and emphasis on these aspects, surely people will get the message of the central government's commitment of intention of having, all-round development, not only infrastructure development, but developments in energy sector, developments in health sector, in railways, and in expressways. Otherwise also, not only this, but it also gives a boost to employment generation in these very sectors. And as you know, if our infrastructure is ultra-modern, world-class, we also need, energy sector reforms and energy sector productivity should also go up. So renewable energy also, India has led from the front in International Solar Alliance. So this in Telangana also, in Rajasthan as well, Prime Minister gave a green signal to phase 1 of 10,950 crore worth project, which will integrate about 6 gigawatts of renewable power with thermal generation in western region and hydro generation in northern region. So these are all different aspects which are woven together in an intrinsic fashion to lay the foundation for a solid economic growth. If India is already, fifth largest economy in the world, if we have to improve and go on to become the third largest economy of the world, then we have to take these steps. And social connect in this aspect is very, very crucial, as you rightly pointed out.
Absolutely. And you were talking about how India is now focusing more on sustainable development. And we notice this when we look after the development projects that have been inaugurated in Rajasthan, that is 6 gigawatt of renewable energy power, and Bikaner to Bhiwandi transmission line, which is expected to generate 8.1 gigawatt of solar power in Rajasthan. Sir, I want to know from you, what's your take on India's vision of sustainable development?
As I pointed out, earlier that India's sustainable development will mean that we take recourse to such factors in such areas where the growth is sustained in a holistic manner without disturbing the ecology, without disturbing the environment. That is what is crucial, like, mixing of ethanol, which Nitin Gadkari has, the minister concerned about transport and highways, has indicated, and a development course which is sustained in a holistic way without, causing any adverse effect on other factors which relate to the daily lives of the people. So this is all very crucial that, we lay emphasis on renewable energy, renewable power like solar energy, hydropower, which is very clean power. So this aspect is really very crucial, and I think we are moving in right direction as far as this growth is concerned. And also, if you see the section of expressways which pass through these industrial growth centers, many of the expressways have also, cemented paths which can be sustained for nearly more than 30 years without needing any repairs during monsoons and adverse weather. So this is where the technology is also coming up in a big way, and India is able to utilize in many sectors this technology. So sustainable development is important in this direction.
And sir, among these 4 states, 3 are poll-bound in the later part of this year. How do you assess the political implications of Prime Minister Modi's visit and the announcement of these projects in the context of upcoming elections?
Prime Minister is very direct and very, what can we say, very unsparing in pointing out the deficiencies in opposition parties when it comes to having development as the key agenda, which is what he has emphasized time and again, his government's top priority over the past 9 years. And his attack usually comes on the dynastic politics, on scam and corruptions in implementation of various schemes, and benefits only to select few in developmental schemes which don't touch people across the sectors. These are the areas where Prime Minister harps upon. And in Telangana also, he said the same thing. In Raipur also, he was unsparing in his criticism of corrupt practices and benefits only to a select few. These are the messages which Prime Minister is able to deliver in a very, very, I think, effective way because of his bold and unique communication strategy and his skills. And if you look at Bikaner, in Bikaner, this is Prime Minister's sixth visit to Rajasthan in the past 9 months. And to Bikaner, this is his seventh visit. And from this region in Bikaner, there are 3 Congress ministers in Rajasthan cabinet. So this also carries a political messaging which Prime Minister Modi is able to deliver. And in Telangana also, he said that the BRS government was mired and involved in corruption. Dalits, youths, the assurances given to them were never fulfilled, and only a family was ruling Telangana. Similarly, he attacked Congress also. On the opposition unity effort, Prime Minister also pointed this out in his public rally in Raipur, that those who are themselves tainted, they are coming together to serve their own interests. So these messaging is crucial coming from Prime Minister because he is the star campaigner for the ruling BJP. And after the loss of Karnataka, I think Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh are going to be, for BJP, all-out efforts to come back to power in these states and retain power where they are already in power. So for Prime Minister to deliver these hard-hitting messages to his political opponents, I think that is part of his political strategy, which he is very skilled in doing.
And speaking in the regard of the development project Pan India, Union Minister Gadkari also pointed out and said that PM Modi has given highest priority to infrastructure development in the country. So we have seen this, Mr. Kumar, not only limited to Northeast, but also to the down south. We have seen this Pan India development in infrastructure. How do you see this major push to infrastructure in India under PM's leadership? And can we say that it can also enhance tourism and economic development, as you pointed out earlier?
If you have good expressways, if you have world-class infrastructure in place, not only expressways, but also good railway infrastructure where goods can be carried, good aviation infrastructure, where cargo movement is smooth and without any hindrance. You pointed to, Mr. Gadkari pointed out in Telangana that over 1.10 lakh crore rupees worth of projects of infrastructure development were either completed or ongoing in Telangana itself, a very new state where Prime Minister also said that, Telugu-speaking people have contributed a lot in development of the country. So he paid his tributes to the people of Telangana. And as you were pointing out, for us to be, as Prime Minister said, to attract investments from world-class companies, from multinationals, from a company like General Electric, which is going to manufacture fighter jet engines for our Tejas Mk2 fighter aircraft. I think it's a big leap, it's a big step for India, which was finalized during Prime Minister Modi's recent visit last month to US. Similarly, if a world-class company wants to invest in India, they are also concerned about how their goods will be moving, what are the infrastructure facilities, how power availability is superior in one state or inferior in another state. So this has to be, pan-India. If we have in southern part, if we have HAL coming up with several aeronautical projects with whom General Electric will join hands in transferring this technology. So we have other states also where other companies can also come up.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar, for joining us today on Akashvani.
Thank you.
You were listening to a discussion on inauguration of iconic development projects in Telangana and Rajasthan. The participants were Vinay Kumar, political analyst, and Ombesh Upadhyay, anchor. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of Akashvani. You can listen to it on our mobile app, News on AIR. This program is also available on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official. You may share your feedback about this program through email at airnsttalks@gmail.com or WhatsApp on 92890. 94044.